Hi, I'm Shehla Shaikh, flagship makeup artist for Lancôme. Today we are shooting a makeup masterclass for the May issue of Harrods magazine. So I'm just using some Eclat Miracle illuminator, and I'm just striping it across the tops of the cheeks, above the brows, and the bridge of the nose. So I'm just leaving it really wet. And this is to catch the light on the face. So I'm going to apply my foundation in a minute, and this is just going to blend in. So I'm going to apply some foundation. So I'm just working this into my foundation brush, and then I'm going to start buffing it across the face, just starting on the cheeks. And I'm mixing the Eclat Miracle in with it, so we're picking up the highlight on the face. Okay, so I'm just going to apply concealer around the eyes, and I'm going to apply it like a triangle, starting from the inner corner, joining up to the middle of the cheek. So this way, we're creating a point of light, so the light's going to catch and reflect and lighten underneath the eyes. So just using my foundation brush, I'm just going to blend that. So we've just completed the concealer and foundation on one side, so you can just compare the difference. So I'm just going to contour with bronzer. So I'm using a angled powder brush. Just tap off the excess. So with bronzer, it needs to be applied where you are naturally sun-kissed on the face. So that's just around the temples, under the cheekbones here. So I've just tapped off any extra powder, start on the temples, and I just buff that into the skin. So the aim is with the bronzer just to sculpt the face and bring shape in rather than warm it up. Groom the brows using some eyebrow powder. So this is just to bring, again, more structure like we have with the contouring through the brows, so the eyes have a frame. So it's just preference if you want to use eyebrow powder than pencil. Eyebrow powder is a lot softer, so if you just want a super natural effect, you can use eyebrow powder. And also, if you can't find the exact colour for your brows, sometimes these eyebrow kits are really nice because you can mix up the right colour, and then you're more in control with an angle brush. So if you are a beginner to filling in your eyebrows, you might find it easier using a powder first. I think with brows, it can be very easy to be heavy-handed. So sometimes powder is a bit of a safer bet if you're not as confident. So I'm going to use a palette here and create a nice natural daytime look. So first I'm going to start with a highlighter. I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush. Just take off any excess on the back of your hand, and then just applying it underneath the eyebrows first. So this is creating a highlight, and just again we're adding light to open up around the eye area. So the eyes look nice and bright. Look straight ahead for me. It's lovely. So I'm just applying it on the inner corner of the eye as well. I'm just going to use a mink eyeshadow as a base. So again, using my flat eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to press that onto the eyelid, starting in the center, and then I'm moving along the lash line and still pressing the eyeshadow on rather than brushing it. So I'm getting minimal powder falling underneath the eyes. Working up to the crease of the eye here. So again, just pressing as I go. And then if you look straight ahead from that, perfect. Then just with a dry, soft socket brush, I'm just blending the edge down. And I'm just going to use the powder eyeliner within the palette, which can actually be used wet or dry, just with a small eyeliner brush. So this is a very dark grey, almost black. And I'm going to work this through the roots of the lashes, starting with the last eyelashes here. I'm just blending that through really softly, about 2/3 of the way across. I'm just using a little bit of the base eyeshadow underneath the lower lid, very lightly, so it's quite smudged. I'm just going to mascara. So I'm starting from the outside and wriggling all the way through to the tips. So this gives more of a lift to the eyes, separates the lashes, giving a false eyelash effect, but without the clumps. So next I'm going to apply blush. I'm just going to apply this with a blusher brush onto the apples of the cheeks just here, a rosy pink colour, and I'm just lightly airbrushing that on so I get a flush of colour. It's nice and fresh for spring. So I'm just going to give a tip on how to have more of a longer lasting lip. So I'm using a very neutral lip pencil first, and I'm just lining and filling in the lips with lip pencil. So the more layers you create with the lip product, the longer they will last. And then I'm going to just use Rouge in Love lipstick in a very neutral rosy pink shade, and I'm actually going to stain this on the lips. So you can use it straight from the bullet and then just pat the colour in. So it's not a bold shape, but it's more just pressed in and stained, just very easy for spring. So that concludes our makeup masterclass for the May issue of Harrods magazine. I hope you enjoyed it.